Hi there, welcome to Get Gardening. It is now the middle of May and I would like to give you a tour of the garden in May. Things are really looking beautiful. I've been doing tons and tons of work in the garden, although the garden is full of weeds and I've got tons still to do. Like I'd like to put down mulch and I've got lots of weeding to do, but this week I was focusing on planting things. And in this walkway garden, I'll show you what's blooming at the moment. Some beautiful tulips are just about done. And the alliums are just opening now. And they're really looking pretty. I'm really in love with this tulip. It opened and it was a very pale yellow with white around the edges. And now that it's almost done, it's turned this brilliant pink color with yellow in it. And I looked it up because I know that people are going to ask me what is the variety. So I checked my records and it is actually called Antoinette. It's a beautiful bouquet tulip. So each of those is one bulb, but it looks like several bulbs because it looks like it's a clump. Another thing I've been working on today is the vegetable garden, so I'll show you what I've done. I've put plants in these pots. Got some gazanias that I purchased this year, and another thing that I did in the vegetable garden is, with the help of my cousin, he came over in, I'd say about March and helped me make these raised beds. I'm like in a really weird spot right now and I can't get the camera straight. There we go. So I'm really looking forward to planting it up with all the vegetables this year. I planted along the edges here marigolds and gazanias this year. And the gazanias really just look like jewels. In the bed so far I've got potatoes and I have the plants purchased, but none of them have made it into the beds yet. That's a job for today that I'm going to work on, but let me show you some of these gazanias. They really look like jewels when they're open. I've grown gazanias before from seed, but I don't quite remember how they did, so I'm looking forward to seeing how they'll do this year. I'm excited about them because I think they look beautiful at the moment. So I got tons of flowers on my strawberry plants. Whoops. And in the cold frame, I actually see little green berries on them forming. So like I said, that one will be a little bit ahead. So I'll take you back to the walkway garden and I'll show you that mountain of dirt that you see there. That's all lawn that I've removed this year. And that's not even all of it. So I have been busy. I've been making new gardens. So let me walk through here. It's always hard for me to film when I'm walking. So I apologize for the wonky camera. But I got a lot of things. Definitely a better gardener than a filmer. I've got a wireless microphone. It's not wireless, it's got a wire and it gets tangled on everything. The joys of filming. So this year I added a new bed beyond the walkway garden, and it's kind of going to be my bold garden that's going to be full of tropical plants. So this year I've already put my canna lilies in there. I put some gazanias in there because I had some left over from the flat. So you can see this is Canaphasian. And then I've got the Enset red Abyssinian banana, which got nipped by the cold. But I think it's okay because if you look in the center, the leaf in the middle still seems like it's fine. So, and like I said, I'm not even done removing the grass. There's a big portion of lawn that still have not been removed from there. So, all right, so now I'm going to take you to see another section that I've been working on. And as we go, I'll show you these alliums. They're just opening, and all the iris have buds on them. So you can see there's just a lot of stuff getting ready to bloom here. And the alliums are just starting to open. I was working on cutting the brown foliage off these alliums, and I actually cut the tip off my middle finger, so I have to be a little bit more careful. Oh, in my shade garden, things are looking really good on. I posted a picture of this earlier, but I had sprinkled some forget-me-not seeds, and they look really pretty with the primroses and the heucheras. The ferns are opening. Hostas, that's the giant Empress hosta. So that little corner looks kind of nice. This year I'm going to divide these primroses because the clumps are quite big, so I'd like to add them beyond that yellow one there. So this is the new section I've been working on. I had some help from my mom earlier this weekend, actually yesterday. She came over, helped me place some boxwoods in here. So here's this new garden. It's kind of a Japanese garden. I'm gonna try making one, although I'm hesitant to call it that, at least online, because I've never made anything like this before, but I'm certainly gonna give it a try. But what I do really like, I'll show you. I've got this moss that is naturally developed. I think it looks beautiful. My mom doesn't like it though. But I've got acers. It's just different from what I usually am familiar with gardening. And I'll show you another bed that I planted up over here. This has got a lot of azaleas in it at the moment. These are new ones, so we'll see how they do. I also planted some tree peonies. See, there's one, and there's another one. They didn't bloom this year, so next year that'll be something for us to look forward to. All right, I'd like to go take you to the front yard to show you the tulips that are blooming there and just the growth on everything. So here's some of the tulips in the front along my driveway. And you can see an allium and a camassia open there and a salvia. So it's not an abundance of tulips like I used to have, but it's a start. So I'll take you over to go see the rest of the front garden. I redid the front area in front of the windows here. You can see some color on the iris. So things are getting ready to open. That redbud tree just started losing all its flowers, so if I would have filmed yesterday, you would have got a better shot of it. But look at these forget-me-nots. Beautiful. And here's Amsania. It's a beautiful perennial. I'm glad that that survived. And then I'll just show you what's in here. So the roses look really healthy. The tulips, the peonies all have buds on them. So it's kind of warming up. Things are getting ready to start blooming here. I divided a lot of the salvias in here, so I don't think they'll be blooming as much as they were last year. So it takes the perennials a year or two to sort of adjust after being divided. Here's a little wallflower opening. And the last thing at the end of this garden that's blooming really beautiful at the moment is that phlox. Well, thanks so much for joining me today. My quick little May tour. I hope everyone is doing well and is able to get out there and get gardening.